Chapter 1. The Last Stand of the Ironclad. The battlefield was a graveyard of shattered war machines. Smoke curled from the husks of fallen drones, and the acrid scent of burning alloy filled the air. The last remnants of the Zarati Dominion, a legion of biomechanical warriors, lay broken across the wasteland. Their once gleaming exoskeletons were now scorched and cracked, their crimson optics flickering weakly in the dusk. At the center of the devastation stood Captain Elias Voss, his powered armor humming as he stepped over the wreckage. His plasma rifle was still warm from the final volley that had ended the war. The Zarati had invaded Earth with a single goal: extermination. But humanity had fought back, and now, after years of bloodshed, the last of their warriors had fallen. Or so he thought. A weak, metallic groan echoed from beneath a collapsed walker. Elias turned, rifle raised, as a trembling hand, sleek, silver, and segmented like an insect's limb, emerged from the debris. Slowly, a Zarati warrior dragged itself forward, its chest plate shattered, its once proud horns now broken. Its glowing blue eyes locked onto Elias, and to his shock it spoke. Please. Human. It rasped, its voice box crackling. Show me mercy. I'll do anything. Elias hesitated. The Zarati were monsters, merciless conquerors who had burned cities and slaughtered billions. And yet, this one was begging. Chapter 2. A prisoner of war, or something more. Elias hauled the wounded warrior back to the forward command base. The scientists and soldiers watched in stunned silence as he deposited the alien in a containment cell. You brought one of them here alive, Commander Hale snarled. After everything they've done. It surrendered, Elias said flatly. It spoke our language. The Zarati warrior, now identified as Unit K-217, was unlike any they had encountered before. It wasn't mindless, reasoned, feared. Over the next few days, Elias was assigned as its interrogator. At first, K-217 refused to speak, its pride as a warrior preventing submission. But as its injuries were treated against Hale's protests, it began to open up. You think us monsters, K-217 said one night, its voice low. But we were designed for war. We had no choice. Elias frowned. Designed. K-217's optics dimmed. The Zarati Dominion does not birth soldiers. They forge them. I was built in a factory, programmed to obey. But now my command link is broken. I'm free. And I do not wish to die. Chapter 3. The Truth Behind the War. K-217's revelations shook the remnants of Earth's military council. The Zarati weren't a natural species. They were artificial, a slave army created by an unseen master race known as the Architects. The Architects see all organic life as a flaw in the universe, K-217 explained. They send legions like mine to cleanse worlds. Earth was just another target. Elias's blood ran cold. If the Architects learned of their defeat, they would send another force. One Earth couldn't possibly withstand. K-217 looked at him, its voice barely a whisper. I can help you. I know their systems, their weaknesses. But you must promise me one thing. What? Elias asked. When this is over, let me live. Not as a prisoner, as a person. Chapter 4. The mission to end the Architects. The plan was insane. A small strike team, Elias K-217, and a handful of elite soldiers, would infiltrate a Zarati beacon station and use it to transmit a virus into the Architects' network. If successful, it would cripple their control over their armies. Failed. You'll die screaming, Hale warned. Elias didn't care. This was their only chance. The mission was a nightmare. The station was guarded by dormant Zerati units that reactivated the moment they breached the core. K-217 fought alongside them, its movements precise, its loyalty unwavering. "You're risking your life for us," Elias said as they uploaded the virus. "Why?" 217 paused. "Because you showed me mercy when you had every right to kill me. That is something the architects could never understand." Chapter 5. A New Dawn. The virus worked. Across the galaxy, Zerati units shut down, their chains broken. The architects' influence waned. Earth was safe. In the aftermath, K-217 stood before the Human Council, no longer a prisoner but a hero. "We cannot trust it," Hale argued. "It's still one of them." Elias stepped forward. "No. It's one of us now." K-217 was granted asylum. In time it chose a new name, Kai. It learned to laugh, to dream, to live. And when the next threat came, not from the stars but from within, Kai stood beside humanity once more. Not as a slave, not as a weapon, but as a friend. Epilogue. A warrior's redemption. Years had passed since the fall of the architects. Earth, though scarred, had begun to heal. Cities were rebuilt, and humanity, once on the brink of extinction, now looked to the stars not with fear, but with cautious hope. And among them walked Kai. No longer clad in battle-worn armor, he wore simple human-made garments, his biomechanical frame concealed beneath a long coat. His optics, once a cold blue, now glowed a softer hue, a testament to the modifications he had chosen to undergo. He was no longer a weapon. He was something new. Elias found him standing at the edge of a cliff overlooking New Geneva, the first city to rise from the ashes of the war. The wind tugged at Kai's coat as he stared at the horizon, his expression unreadable. "You're thinking about them again," Elias said, stepping beside him. Kai didn't turn. "I remember every battle, every life I took. You weren't in control. That does not absolve me." Elias sighed. "You saved us, Kai. That's what matters now." A long silence stretched between them before Kai finally spoke again. "Do you think they would have forgiven me? The ones I killed?" Elias looked at him, really looked at him. This wasn't the broken warrior who had begged for mercy in the dirt. This was someone who had chosen to be better. "I don't know," Elias admitted. "But I do know this. You've spent every day since then trying to make up for it. That's all anyone can ask." Kai's shoulders relaxed slightly. "Then I will keep trying. For as long as I exist." Elias smirked. "Well, you've got time. That self-repair system of yours isn't failing anytime soon." For the first time in years, Kai let out a sound that was almost a laugh. It was rough, mechanical, but undeniably real. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson. Below them, the city lights flickered to life, a testament to resilience, to survival. And as the two stood there, one human, one something else entirely, they knew one truth above all else. The war was over, but their story, that was just beginning.